never mock side hugs. Allow me to explain.
The unluckiest girl in the world, that's me!
I am not a very physical, touch-oriented person, but I have a habit of making friends with people who are very touchy people. Very touchy people. For example, the first time I ever hung out with one of my now dear friends, I invited her over to my dorm room to watch a movie, and she just turned and put her head in my lap, and I spent the rest of the film wondering what on earth I was supposed to do with my arms. But I had one friend who was also not a very touchy person, and for the sake of the story, we will call him Peter. Our lack of touchiness was actually one of the things that we had bonded over. He would always just give me a Christian side hug, and it was perfect. For those of you who don't know, Christian side hugs are widely accepted in Protestant circles as the least amount of touching required for a greeting or farewell. It's not something that is discussed, it's just kind of been a non-verbal agreement in pretty much every church I've attended. But back to Peter. He would only side hug me whenever we were done hanging out, and we never touched outside of that interaction. It was perfect. And then I ruined everything. I made exactly one joke about him giving Christian side hugs. One. And then for some reason he felt super uncomfortable and self-conscious about it, and then he started trying to hug me like a normal person. I was only teasing. I never meant for this to happen. I had ruined my perfect, all but contactless friendship. Being the gentleman that he is, Peter would always walk me to my car when we were done hanging out. One fateful day, he walked me to my car and went in for the full, normal person hug. For reasons I still don't entirely understand, I panicked, and instead of hugging my friend who I had been close with for roughly 3 years at this point, I screamed, "Well, bye!" and opened my car door into my face. I was immediately disoriented, and I vaguely heard Peter asking, "Are you okay?" But I was so embarrassed that I just got into my car and waved at him as I drove away. While I was driving, I felt something wet on my face, and when I reached up to touch it, it was sticky. So at the next stoplight, I looked at my face in the rearview mirror. My eye was bleeding. I had cut my eyelid open when I had hit myself in the face with the door, and it was now bleeding down my face. Upon closer examination, the cut extended from just above the corner of my eye and out. At a glance, it looked like very bizarre eyeliner. To add insult to my actual injury, the area around the cut bruised quickly and deeply, and it now looked like I had eyeshadow and eyeliner on one of my eyes. I did my best to match it on the other eye with actual eyeshadow, but it never really worked. And after that experience, I have a new motto. Suck it up and hug your friends.
When all is going wrong and you're scared as hell, what you gonna do, who you gonna tell? Maybe 100 bad days made 100 good stories. 100 good stories made me interesting at parties. 100 bad days made 100 good stories. 100 good stories made me interesting at parties. Yeah, no, I ain't scared of you. No, I ain't scared.